Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and you are at Kim's Cozy Corner. Today I am going to try to shoot a very quick weekly garden tour and update. The first thing I'd like to show you is what's going on inside my grow tent. So let's start there. So we are in the indoor grow space and I haven't showed you these sweet potatoes in a few weeks. But these are the sweet potatoes that I have growing in water, starting to put some teeny little leaves on there, or slips as we should say. I do have to say that the water process with the sweet potatoes, I think happened faster than the ones where I put them in potting soil. So now we are in the indoor grow space that's downstairs inside my grow tent. And I just want to show you how well all of the flowers are doing. They are looking good. And I tell you what, if they were hardened off, they would be ready to go outside. But it is too early and too cold. There are a few lettuces still inside. I just wanted to protect them just in case the weather goes wonky on me. But everything up here is a flower or lettuce. Down on this level here, there are a few lettuce, some late broccoli that we started, as well as some basil, more flowers. So mostly flowers in this space now. Callias there, all of my petunias. And I had quite a few that didn't germinate, so I was a little disappointed there. All the way in the very back, I have all of my squash and melon seeds that I've just started. In this space here, more squash and melons. There will be a video of what seeds to start in April, part 2, that'll talk about all the different melons and squash that I am starting this year for my garden. On the very bottom here, I have my beans, whether we're talking green beans or pole beans, purple beans, or wax beans. They're all in this space here, and they are already starting to break ground. All of my cucumbers are right here, and they've been growing now for just under a week, and they are all popping and breaking the ground. This whole tray here is all beans. So as I mentioned, Gold Rush, which is a yellow wax bean, green beans, purple beans, dragon tongue beans, and they are just now starting to break ground. You see that one right there? Just now starting to break ground. So the next week's update, you'll be able to see all of these poking their little heads out. I can't forget my sweet potatoes over here. And I have been pulling slips off of the sweet potatoes. So I have slips in this container here, as well as this container here. And I don't know what's going on with these slips. They keep getting a sulfur type smell to them. And I had a couple moldy in that particular cup. So I took those out. I gave them a good rinse. I put them back in. All of them have perked back up except for one. And so I don't know what's going on with that one, but all of the ones back here are doing amazing. That's it for the indoor tour. Let's head back outside so you can see what's going on outdoors. Now that you've seen what's happening inside the grow tent, I'm going to try to quickly share with you how things are doing in my outside grow space. Hopefully I can get this done before the rain hits. So let's take a look to see how all of the different vegetables are doing throughout my outdoor grow space. In this area here is mostly just things that are hardening off, waiting to be put in the ground after the danger of the last frost is gone. There are tomatoes back here. I gave them a good fertilizing this morning. Just vegetables and leafy greens. Herbs in the stone-colored planter, and more leafy greens and some carrots, as well as bok choy in the bottom. I have more vegetables here hardening off. So we have peppers over here, and they were looking pretty rough. So we gave them some fertilizer today, some fish and seaweed fertilizer today to try to perk these up. They had not been fertilized for a couple of weeks, gotten behind. Same here. These pepper plants, we snipped the tops off of them and look how they're coming back. Again, everything got a good fertilizer, a liquid fertilizer, so that's instantaneous. It pulls in the nutrients immediately. Look at all of my little tomatoes down here on my micro dwarf tomato plant. Now we will head to the garden so you can see what's going on in the garden. And I'm going to have to move pretty quickly here because the rain is coming. So let's start here and let me show you all the green stalks that I've set up. So I set up 4 additional green stalks in this space here. There's nothing in them yet. We are just preparing them for when I can put the summer vegetables in. There are just under 30 containers of potatoes. So all potatoes, all different kinds of potatoes, early, mid, and late potatoes. The mini orchard or the fruit area is doing well. This is a broccoli in here that I needed the pot, so I had to move it. Blackberries down here, they're coming in. I have strawberries in with this peach tree here. And I went ahead and bought a couple flats of strawberries, and I've added strawberries to this container. There's a blueberry plant in this container here, and blueberries need a little more acidic soil. And as I was checking, strawberries seem to be a good companion plant. It doesn't need quite as low pH, but it says that you can plant them together. More containers just set up ready to go. Look at that, a red strawberry. And so here's my strawberry tower. Let's see if I can just swing around and show this whole space. So those stakes back there will be for tomato plants, and the little black spinners actually work as trellis. So it holds onto the vines of the tomato plant and it'll hold them up. There's nothing on them yet. I'm just getting them prepped. So that would be an additional type of staking for my tomatoes. I have onion everywhere, and they're standing up and they're super happy. Napa cabbage here, broccoli over here. This is another one of those stakes that I was telling you about for my tomato plants. All the way in the back, that's garlic, cabbage here, rhubarb, and I have 2 rhubarbs in this space now. Leeks along the edges of this bed here. I have teeny little baby red onion there and more mature red onion here. Just going to try to walk through and show you as much as I can. Lots of onion that has been planted out here. This is broccoli in this bed, some lettuce in the back there, and some cauliflower. This is my grape area, grape and strawberries. And so one of my grape plants, look at that, the leaves have opened all the way up on there. And then strawberry in the fire rings as well. More lettuce and broccoli in this space here. Set up a couple more grow bags. Nothing's in them, just getting prepared. I've added Brussels sprouts and more cabbage in this space here. All these nice green leafy plants are celery. And down here is where I put my sugar snap peas, and they are starting to break the ground. I don't know if you can see it or not, but they are breaking the ground and starting to come out and emerge. Let me show you the view from this angle. So this is my she shed here. And as you enter the garden from this side, there are trellises everywhere. There's an arch trellis right there. And as we walk into the garden space, just tons and tons of raised beds, containers, as well as green stalks in this space here. Just want you to see how the space has come along. Still need to do more weeding. Lots and lots of more weeding needs to be done. There are the 4 green stalks set up over there. You can't really see them from this angle here. And then the mini orchard over there, all the way in the back. Here's another really good angle of the entire garden with the apple trees and peach trees. Over here, you can see the green stalks better. You see all of the containers of potatoes and all of the beds. I mean, we've been weeding like crazy, trying to get this place in order. So now we're going to head over to my neighbor's garden because we have started cleaning up this space as well. We got a partial pallet of potting soil to help fill in some of these beds over here. And my neighbors have been doing all the work. They've been weeding the beds. So I'm at my neighbor's garden now, and they have been doing all of the work to prepare their beds for this season. So we had a partial pallet of potting mix, Miracle Grow, moisture control, and we have a couple things planted over here. So we've already planted more celery in this space here and some onion in this space here. And so they're not happy yet. I'll give them another few days and they'll be standing up and very happy. We have some lettuce in this space as well. And as they've been preparing the beds, they go ahead and put a leaf mulch on top of all of the beds that have been prepared. All of the soil's been amended and the leaf mulch is already there. So all I got to do is rake it back and plant. So the beds are already starting to look really, really good over here. In this space right here, these are spring onion. So years ago, they took a partial spring onions and just planted the little white piece that was left. They have been harvesting off of those spring onion now for at least 4 years that I can recall. And you can see they're going to seed this year and they'll take the seeds out of there and we'll start more spring onion if we need it. Just wanted you to see how things are going in my second gardening space. This week, I know I'm giving you a very quick garden update because as you can see, the sky is ready to open up on me and it's going to rain. So I need to get out of this cold weather and get into a warm environment. If you enjoyed this update, please, as always, give me a thumbs up, as well as consider subscribing to this channel. My channel has been up now for 3 months and we're getting really, really close to 1,000 subscribers, and I would love for you to be one of those subscribers. I can't get there without you. Thank you, and until next time, have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye-bye.